Welcome to Season 2 of EFB Insider as we kick off a new full year of Eagles football. On this episode, we'll set the stage with Coach Ruse on the season before us. You'll get a first-hand look at the Eagles' schedule and new home, a $60 million renovation at Saddleback College. Plus, we'll be joined by Hero Canoe, the highly recruited defensive standout, and senior offensive lineman Killian O'Connor. I'm Paul Higgins. This is EFB Insider, and all the action starts right now. Coach, you didn't have much of an off season because you played 5 games, had 6 games scheduled. Olu couldn't play because he had COVID. Did you have a break at all for you? I know you stepped away a little bit. I think you went to Germany.
Yes. I went to Germany. That's where my wife's from. So we went over to Germany at the end of May, beginning of June. Got a chance to see her family. I hadn't seen them for 2 years because of COVID last year, so it was super nice and perfect timing because as soon as I got there, they kind of opened things up, so I was able to go see her family, do some really unique things. We went to this Viking camp, all historic Viking area, and then I got to go back to Hamburg, and there's this restaurant there that has this fish and shrimp, it's almost like a Creole dish that I got a chance to eat, and so we drove to Hamburg and back just to get that, so it was good.
Did you drink any warm beer?
I did. And then my wife's family is actually really unique circumstances. They're Germans that lived in the colonies in Russia, and so they have a lot of Russian influence plus German, so I got to drink German beer and eat Russian food, so it was very good and bad for my stomach.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
Yes.
So your mind, you got off football for a little bit. Yeah. I know that's important, but now here you're in the thick of it. The first game just a couple days away. Let's talk about where it's at first, Saddleback College. You've been over there, I've been over there. A $60 million renovation. It's a pretty special place. Thoughts about entering that with your boys? A lot of them probably haven't been there yet.
Yeah, this was the first time that I had been. I went last week for the first time, and Coach Overton and a number of coaches that had been here had been raving about it. The administration had talked about just being there, the environment that it was, felt like a home base for us, and man, it's really nice. The box is amazing. It's incredible. It's very accommodating. Being a college guy and being a guy that was up in the booth for a few years, seeing the box that we have is comparable, is as nice as some that even college, like Notre Dame, for example, for the away team. I'm sure the home team one was super nice, but the stadium's nice. We're right next to the field and the team room. It's got air conditioning, which is really nice, and we're super excited. The administration's done a great job of planning to figure out how to make it accommodating, and I think what we do the first time is only just a little bit of what it's going to become as time goes on.
Coach, I know this might be a silly question, but does it matter where you play? Does it matter where your home field is?
Oh, it definitely does. We're super excited to be at Saddleback, to call it our own, to be able to be there, have with our fans. They're very excited. Energy is everything. We talk about that a lot. So energy and enthusiasm, and any way that we can add that extra edge is something that we're super excited about. So yeah, it definitely matters.
Let's turn to your schedule, because I was looking at your schedule today, and you open up, of course, with San Juan Hills at Saddleback, and then Norco on 8/26. You're at Norco, St. Augustine home, Nolan Catholic. You're going to play that game at Bosco, but you just told me that's like a home game. You're going to be the home team, and then Los Alamitos at home. Tell me your thoughts about that preseason.
Super exciting. That's one thing. When I came here, one of the big draws was to play in a league that's one of the best leagues in the country, if not the best, and then also be able to play every game where it really matters. And so this year, every game is a game where we can't take it lightly at all. So we're super excited about that. Every game has some different element of uniqueness to it. The first one's obviously a local game. Norco's got a great speed, great history. Then you got a San Diego team. Then we're playing a team from Texas. And then we're playing the #1 quarterback in the country in the 23 class with some super great weapons on both sides of the ball. So we're extremely excited about that because that gives our kids the opportunity to get better every week and to put great film up so they get a chance to let the colleges see them.
Pretty loaded preseason schedule. You have a bye on the 24th of September, and then you get right into it with J. Sarah, at J. Sarah, Servite, and Modern Day on the road. Those three games in a row on the road, concerning or not?
No, not really. I think one of the best things about COVID was the experience of always traveling to Santa Ana. So when we had the chance to go do that, we're going to be used to moving and going on the road. It won't be a problem for us. Obviously, we like being home, but it doesn't bother us.
You finish up at home with Bosco and Orange Lutheran at Saddleback College. Thoughts about those two games going to finish the Trinity League?
Well, extremely excited. Obviously playing Bosco, one of the best teams in the country, amazingly coached, great up front. And then Olu with the new coach, Coach Sherman, who's actually coached with Weiss and coached Coach Fay and Coach Pettis when they were in high school. So there's some familiarity there. I'm sure he's going to continue to get them better. They'll be better, I'm sure, week 10 or 11 than they will be week 1. So we're excited about that. And again, it's the Trinity League. It's like the SEC. It's like the NFL. You got to bring it every day.
That's right. And so speaking of that, you're a pretty busy guy. I mean, you have a lot of things coming at you. You're managing not only coaches, but a lot of players, right? Your thoughts about your team, where you stand now, how excited are you about this team? Let's take it from the offensive side first.
Well, really excited. I think Jackson Potter's done an incredible job, came over from Jay Sarah, stepped in, was very humble, worked with Gavin Shaganak before he transferred, and then when he stepped in and Gavin had left, he took over the role. He's taken a great job of being a leader. Killian O'Connor is a 3-year captain. We named him without any votes just because of the leadership he's had. Jelani Leva, we added some key additions like Nick Gallegos. Obviously you got Jalen Jones. You got Sam Caspino back. You got Nico Lopez. We're running back by committee, and those guys have stepped up really well with Jake Foy. Justin Rivera, Lincoln Dodds stepped in as well. And then, another addition to the O-line was Damian Cabada, who's been super helpful. And we're really excited about a sophomore tight end named Kyle Brody, who's come in as well. So it's a great combination of kids that have been here and then also some transfers. And the camaraderie, I think, has been what's been the most unique thing for us as a team.
That's exciting. And I know defense, of course, you've got Hero, who I'll be talking to in just a minute. Your thoughts about your defense and how they stack up?
Well, I think they've done a really good job. Coach Dye's done an excellent job being the defensive coordinator now. He was a special teams coordinator last year. Him and Coach Fay switched roles. And he's done an excellent job really buying into, fitting the personnel to the players, and then having guys like Ryan Zolnick who transferred over. We're really excited about our linebacker core. It's deep, they're fast, they play. We have more experience in the secondary with those guys, with Blake Wilson, Ben Durham, Camestro, and then also Izzy Solomon was a huge addition. So there's a lot of guys. Gage Grant, who's never played Mike linebacker, is playing. And he's big time because he played quarterback and running back, and so he has that natural feel. And then LeVar Talley we're super excited about. Seth Walsh-Jones is going to be a guy moving around a lot. Nick Johnson's been huge. So there's a lot of guys on the defense that can fly around. Yeah. Jake Bauer, Noah Sulik. There's some dudes out there. Roman Christensen, Ben Durham. We're excited.
I don't think you left anyone off the list. You're a politician. You covered it all.
Well, they all deserve it. Yeah. They've all played hard. I think the thing that's been, the thing that I always hang my hat on is playing hard. Right. I think that's the thing that I think I take more personally than anything on the field is how hard you play. Yeah. And the kids have done a great job. We're going to go at a tempo that they'll see on Friday, but we're really excited about it.
I know you and I can talk a long time, and I know you've got things to do, and I want to get Hero on here and Killian. But do you know yet what you're going to say, your pregame speech on Friday night?
No, not yet. I'm still trying to feel it out. There's some principles. So we read the book Legacy about the All Blacks, and we worked in small pack groups, and so we have different themes that we work with, and we covered the whole book over the summer, and now we're talking about expectations, which isn't the first chapter in the book, but it kind of lays out to where we're going, because for us and our core values, D for desire starts in the mind, right? In the mindset and your heart. So the expectations you have. So it'll be something along those lines, but it's an ebb and flow with the kids and the energy, and I just pull from them. They give me juice, and today was great. The freshmen were smashing today, so really excited.
They certainly do give you juice. You don't need a whole lot. Could you get there in a hurry? Yeah. Coach, thanks for doing this. Good luck on Friday night. Looking forward to covering your game.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Up next, Hero Canoe. His excitement for the season is infectious. He's a D1 recruit with many options. He talks about his future and the upcoming season. I'm Paul Higgins, and you're watching EFB Insider.
EFB Insider with Paul J. Higgins is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Reach your peak at Mountain Mike's Pizza in Rancho Santa Margarita. Eagles, listen up. Flock to Mountain Mike's Pizza every Wednesday, as 20% of the sales are donated to Santa Margarita High School. Mountain Mike's Pizza, proud supporter of Eagles football and EFB Insider.
Hero, I think your haircut looks great.
Thank you very much.
What made you cut your hair?
It just got a little bit too long, a little bit out of hand, and just decided to cut it short.
And your helmet feels a little looser right now?
It really does. I'm not going to get that fixed.
Yeah, so look, you're going into senior year, and you're going to have a regular year this year, right? You're not no being at home for school. You come here every day regular. I know it's only been the first week of school, but how comfortable has it been being here at school and then going to practice and now getting ready for a game?
I mean, it's been great so far. I mean, I know a lot of people here on campus now. I got a lot of contact with them, and I think we're all enjoying it to be back on campus. I mean, I saw the cafeteria like the whole school, so it was fun.
What do you like most about playing football here at Santa Margarita? You mentioned the word friend just now. Is that a big factor in your enjoyment here?
So for the football team, I would say it's the word family. Like, since my family's not out here, like really the football team is what I have. And since this year especially, we made such an improvement on like being a family, being together, staying together, and I mean, we handle it well.
That's huge. And Killian, who's going to be on this show today, he's actually driving you home.
Yes, sir, he is. That's what a family does. We are looking out for each other.
Yeah. So excited about opening night. Tell me about your thoughts going to Saddleback College. I know that you had never seen that stadium and what it used to be, and I've covered hundreds and hundreds of games there. Let me tell you, it's pretty nice. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I am excited. The whole team is excited. I mean, we've been preparing for the day really well. I mean, we all have fun doing it, and we're looking forward to playing on Friday.
You and I were just talking about it, and I said, Hero, have you decided yet? And you said, you're going to narrow it down to where you want to go to school next year, to your top 5.
Yes, sir.
Can you share any of that with us, or you want to keep the top 5 quiet right now?
So it's basically a run of 7.
Okay.
I would say 7.
Okay.
And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, so that's a good way of saying, Mr. Higgins, I don't want to tell you yet, right?
Yes, sir.
You don't want the phone ringing off the hook. Like, why wasn't I part of that 7, right?
Yes, sir.
I was talking to the receptionist here at school, and she says, there's a guy, his name is Hero. I said, yeah, he gets more mail than anyone else at Santa Margarita. So that's all these schools contacting you. How does that make you feel? I mean, it's an obvious question, but really, how have you been adapting to that?
So, I mean, it's a lot of attention. I think everybody likes attention in a certain measurement, but sometimes it's hard, like answering all these calls or texting back and like just responding in general. So it's a lot of pressure too. Like with all the schedule, now we start school again. We have football, time differences all over the country. So
I can imagine it's tremendous pressure for you. How old are you, 16, 17?
I'm still 16.
16 years old. So you're 16, you're getting ready to go off to college, but do you feel as though that this pressure will be something that you will see that you're worthy of when you get on the field?
Yes, so I mean, not every pressure is bad. Right. Sometimes it just pushes you farther and you just give all you have.
You're a very energetic person. You're just a great young man. You smile and you have fun. I've seen you dance in the lunch tables when the karaoke's here, and you have a great time. What is it that you like most about the game of football?
Like I said in the interview before, it's the contact. It's a contact sport.
I wanted to see if you changed your mind yet, but you like the contact.
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, and do you anticipate? Are you starting to really understand the game of football so well that you anticipate where the play is going? Can you tell me about that?
Yes, sir, I am. I feel like I developed that much in this off season. I was on the tour with all these college coaches. I worked with them together, and I would say I'm teaching my teammates in the defensive line a lot too, with my coach, Coach Walker.
Do you feel as though there's a preference for you to be on the left side of the defensive line or the right side? Does it matter?
No, sir, it does not. I take the spot that I get.
And we'll see you shift around this season?
Yes, sir.
Great. Well, you and I are going to do this again, right? Because when you do announce, you're going to come on here and we're going to do something. Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
All right. It's so good to see you. Thank you for giving me the interview and being such a great asset to Santa Margarita.
Of course. Thank you very much for having me.
Up next, 4-year varsity letterman and 3 times a captain. He's the anchor of the offense at center. Killian O'Connor joins me on EFB Insider.
EFB Insider with Paul J. Higgins is being brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Reach your peak at Mountain Mike's Pizza in Rancho Santa Margarita. Eagles, listen up. Flock to Mountain Mike's Pizza every Wednesday as 20% of the sales are donated to Santa Margarita High School. Mountain Mike's Pizza, proud supporter of Eagles football and EFB Insider.
Killian, you and I were just talking, and we talked about this the first time you were on the show. You are the anchor to the offense. Everything starts with you, and you are the captain, once again, of this team. So there's a lot centered around you. Do you feel any pressure at all? We were just talking about pressure with Hero. I wanted to ask you that question.
For me, I feel pressure from myself because I don't want to let down my teammates, and there is a lot of responsibility that comes with being a captain, but it's in the job titles, and you have to be able to lead the whole team whenever is asked.
You and I were also talking about that you've been on varsity 4 years. Now, that doesn't happen very often, and it doesn't happen very often in the Trinity League, so I'm sure you're proud of that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Does this team feel different than last year's team or the year before? How is this team different with seniors graduating each year?
This team, and no disrespect to the guys before, but this team is so much closer than any team I've been on in any year that I've been here. And it really feels that everyone's buying in, and it helps when everyone's bought in. There's really no stopping us.
Does it help also that you finally have a coach for a second year?
Yeah, this is the first time I've been able to come back with stability at the head coaching position, and it's a big sigh of relief, not having to reprove yourself for a new coach.
Your thoughts about this first game? You're going to be at Saddleback. You might have been there, you might haven't. I didn't ask you about that before we started. It's pretty impressive. Are you excited?
I can confidently say that I've never been so excited for a game. I don't know if it's because it's my senior year or a new stadium and fans are finally back. And I was able to check it out last week and I was blown away.
Do you know any of the players from San Juan?
Yeah, I actually grew up with probably 40% of their team, if not more. I live right by there, and that would have been the school I would have gone to if I didn't go to SM.
Your thoughts about this preseason? It's a pretty interesting preseason. It's no cakewalk, right? You got some tough games. I know you don't want to look past the first game, but for the sake of this interview, can we look past the first game and you tell me your thoughts?
Yeah, I think we're playing a tough schedule throughout the whole preseason, and I think the benefit of doing that is it gets us ready for league. Being in the toughest league in America, I think we'll be more prepared than anyone.
I was talking to Coach about it in the schedule, and the Trinity League, you have 3 road games. Any concerns there?
I think it's a great challenge for our team to see how we'll react when we're put in spots of adversity on the road. And it's tough to play in front of some of those student sections like Servite, who the Asylum they're called. They have some of the best fans around, but it makes it really fun going out to someone else's field and trying to get the win.
Your thoughts about personal goals for you. You haven't decided yet on where you want to go next year. We did discuss one school. I'll let you mention it if you want. But your thoughts about what you want to achieve. Let's say I know what you want to achieve team-wise, a championship. But tell me your thoughts about personally.
Personally, I want to find a spot to play in college. Right now I hold an offer to Columbia, and I've been talking to a few other schools. And I also would like to win Trinity League Offensive Lineman of the Year, because that's always just been a goal that I've been trying to strive for.
You and I talked about that first time around.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know your parents are pretty happy with the first interview. You think they'll be happy with this one too?
I hope so. I think they will.
Yeah, that's great to have that support.
Yes.
You're driving Hero home.
Yes.
And he mentioned something today. I mentioned friend, and he took that a step further and he said, we're like a family. Guys in my family drive me home. What does that make you feel like?
You know, Hero's a great guy, and he's been like a brother to me ever since he got here. And trying to make him feel welcome can be, for a lot of transfers, it can be tough because they're coming from different places. And I think the football team does a great job of bringing everyone together, and I love all the guys on the team.
Does he ever line up over center in practice?
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes it great competition, and it's only made me a better player going against the best defensive tackle that I'll play against.
I was going to ask you, how good is he?
Very good.
Yeah.
And he's only gotten better.
And he's only 16.
Yes.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It's really crazy.
Yeah, you know, I see why you're a captain. You're a fine young man. You're going to do great things no matter where you go and what you do. So congratulations. Good luck during the season, and we'll talk often.
Thank you.
All right, man. Good job.